So basically, we start off episode 5 with Daniel and Real Rashid sitting there eating sushi in this restaurant. So apparently, Real Rashid, this whole motherfucking time, bitch, has been a fucking agent. And I knew that Daniel kept fucking with him and poking him. It was like, there's no way you're just a fly on the wall. You're like the top servant. Bitch, you were a spy this entire fucking time, girl. And he works with the fucking Talamasca. So Daniel's talking about how he wants to stay alive and shit like that. They're talking about, oh, you're afraid of Armand. You need to be afraid of Louis. Because Louis's the unstable fucking one. And he's also a pick me who would throw your white ass under the fucking bus anytime he gets some dick involved. So yeah, girl. So we're like, and it's so funny because while Real Rashid and Daniel are in the restaurant, you literally see Armand and Louis looking at the wall, talking about wallpapers, talking about what painting they're gonna put up. And I understood immediately that this is why Louis is fucking bored, bitch. What, like, y'all over here talking about decorating this fucking empty ass, gray ass, dull ass, black ass fucking house, and nobody wants to do that shit, bitch. Louis is literally a prisoner who gets to decorate his own fucking cage, basically. It's really some tea. It's really some fucking tea. And of course, Louis being disagreeable because he's angry at Armand, but Armand can't really pinpoint why he's fucking angry. So then we start getting into this boring ass play that Armand is talking about in the past, and how it's like superficial and how no got no umph to the shit. And Real Rashid is literally sitting there pouring drinks and shit, and it's just clear that the vibe is off. And it's crazy because the whole time in the past they're doing this like fucking theater production. Um the crew is literally passing around Claudia's fucking diary, right? And Santiago's giving this speech about what does it mean to die if you could live to the end of the world, and he's like really being captivating, like he's really acting his ass off. And like Louis told him to basically flatter him, hype up the idiot, hype up Santiago. And that's what he's doing, play the fucking play up the buffoon. But what he really didn't know, bitch, was that Louis was really getting played the fuck up. So bitch, this shit get even worse. So they basically go to the bank that Louis went when he read Lestat's fucking letter, and they hypnotize this man. And girl, they're acting like we want to invite Lestat to the theater. They talking about they want to invite Lestat to the theater and shit like that, girl. It's a mess. It really is a mess. I'm reviewing this as I'm watching it, and that's why it's so many jump cuts, like, because I'm really like watching this shit as I'm talking about it. So y'all, so as they're doing the interview, like Armand starts getting fucking suspicious, like, oh, did Daniel talk to anybody while he was at the restaurant? And then Real Rashid was like, no, he just went to the bathroom and stuff like that, because Real Rashid is like secretly a fucking spy. So he started like, Armand, like, oh, who did he talk to, what's going on? Because Armand is confused, he doesn't know what the fuck's happening. Louis being nasty to him. Daniel, him and Daniel are in sync right now. Like, they unionize, bitch, against their oppressor. And as he's like, oh, who did Daniel talk to? And like, were you with him the whole time? Did you monitor what was going on? And then Louis gonna turn around and look at Armand like, bitch, why the fuck are you even asking? Who gives a fuck if Daniel talked to somebody at the restaurant or not? Like, bitch, he's here to do an interview, bitch. He's not on lockdown. And then you see the look on Armand's face, bitch. I love this shit. Y'all, it's getting so good. It's getting so good, bitch. Y'all, so like basically they start talking about Claudia's last entry. It's like she made a friend that's made out of that's not made out of paper and shit like that. She made like a real friend. She's talking about the dressmaker Madeline. And then she basically writes, fuck these vampires. And then that's the end. And then Daniel makes a comment like, oh, this is the end of her journal, unless y'all got some hidden papers somewhere hidden in the shelves or in the walls or something. And then like Louis like, no, we just have our memories from this point forward. And then they already know that it's about to be some bullshit. And it's so funny because, like, as Daniel gets, like, a drink from Real Rashid, he's basically like, oh, this, he was just, like, easy on the lemon and shit like that. And then Real Rashid goes, He goes, I can make you another one. He was like, no, it's fine, but his were better. Armand's like drinks were better, bitch. And that is so crazy to me because like Armand used to be a slave. He used to be a servant. So of course anything that he makes would probably be better, bitch. He was a slave for 100 years. So that is some shade all in itself. It's such subtle shade, and you could see the look on Armand's face. He wants to slit Daniel's fucking throat, bitch. So then this amazing fucking scene happens. So basically, there's these French people in town, and they're basically singing French music, and they start basically writing a swastika on Madeline's fucking business, right? And they're taunting her, they're calling her fucking names, and it was like, if you keep cleaning it up, we're gonna keep coming back here. So basically she gets mad and takes one of the flat irons and throws it at the people in the window that's taunting her and breaks the glass. These two men and this one woman, they bust through the glass window that she broke because she was locked inside her business, and they grab her and they start attacking her, and they start pulling her into the back, these two men, and they're going to SA her. And then you have this woman that was with them who is allowing these two men to SA this woman. And then she starts like throwing her dresses, ruining her fucking dresses, throwing them on the fucking floor. And they start like putting her on the bed. She's trying to fight these two men off. She's weaker than them. And then boom, here comes the light start flickering. Claudia comes and she throws them off Madeline, and then she starts attacking these motherfuckers. And I loved it because Claudia was SA'd, and this is her one friend, and she's not going to let her friend get traumatized the way that she was traumatized. And it was such a good full circle moment of her coming in and being the savior when she at one point been in that helpless position, even having all that power. Ooh, it was so good. Chef's kiss. So Claudia basically like tries to help her up, and then they like basically say, you know what, I'm gonna clean this up, and then me and you are gonna talk. And I thought it was so sweet. I loved every minute of it. And then here go Louis queer ass start strutting through the fucking the coven talking about, can I see Armand, and every time Louis gonna be excited about his paintings, his fucking photographs. And now that we know that Lestat is somebody he can't go to anymore, he's like, he's invested now in Armand, so he goes to Armand and he wants to show him this painting. And it's real cute, but it's hard for me to really be into it because I know we're on episode 6 and I just know some shit about to go. And as they're talking, Louis basically lays out the plan for their future. That, bitch, we're going to buy paintings, we're going to reinvest, we're going to sell them, buy them again, put them back on the market. We're going to invest in capitalism, because Louis is a businessman at heart. And Louis always knew that he can potentially become a billionaire. But Louis back then in Jim Crow didn't have the access or the limits to really do it. But we see now in the present that Louis had the eye for all of this. Louis was really the one making all this money, because if you remember before, Armand was fucking broke. Armand didn't have no money. The Coven is living off of Lestat's theater. They living off of Lestat's fucking money and wealth. Like, it's really Louis. He comes in with the bright ideas and like, bitch, we're gonna make a new life for ourselves. And as he's like talking to like Armand, like he's so like giddy and like happy, he basically says like, take up all your clothes and shit like that. So they about to fucking goddamn Coven. Like, bitch, what? So, bitch, these niggas start fucking in the Coven that Louis didn't want to be a part of, the Coven that he's denying. Like, girl, like he basically tells Armand, bitch, get in the Coven, face down, ass up. That's the way I like to fuck. Hey. It's so fucking stupid, y'all. I can't. It's like y'all don't see the writing on the wall, and it's just like, wow.